China is lowering interest rates. It is important to you because it will affect you and you can use the situation. It is important to you because China is one fifth of the world economy. And while the rest of the world is experiencing interest rate rise, China is lowering interest rates. It will have positive repercussions for you if you are earning in dollars. This is because lower Chinese interest rate will mean more dollars moving towards the US. The dollar will become strong and purchasing power of your dollar will go up. In addition, Chinese inflation will go up, which is good for China because A, the current inflation in China is surprisingly low, and B, economic growth in China is in a disarray. Why is China's evergreen growth in trouble? Two main reasons. One, COVID policies, and two, real estate crisis. COVID crisis is at best a 2 year phenomenon, but real estate runs much deep. The roots are in real estate handshake. The handshake is an understanding between home buyers and banks on one side and developers on the other end. Under the arrangement, home buyers and banks lend their money to developers. The developers use the money to construct houses. They make a profit. Home buyers get their apartments, banks get their interest. Everyone is happy. But what happens when some of these homes are not sold? The system simply falls apart. Developers will default. There are 65 million unsold homes in China. It was only a matter of time before a major developer like Evergrande Group went under. China's plan to control the default includes lowering construction sector activity. This will lower property prices. However, it is not that simple. Chinese real estate is one fourth of the Chinese GDP, one third of the consumer saving, and one third of bank loans. The most important of these effects is that of lower savings. Chinese consumers are going to be busy making up for two-thirds of their savings instead of increasing their spending. Such curtailment will inevitably reduce economic growth. Falling interest rates will help the growth by spurring more investment and consumption. Essentially, China is balancing out the recession in the West. How? Interest rate timing. Chinese interest rates are falling when the rest of the world are rising. This means that while the rest of the world will be in a low, China will have higher economic growth. As a result, the yin and the yang of China will ensure a more stable global economic order. However, you can still use this situation. First, you need to delay your house purchase. This is because the Chinese interest rate fall will make inflation last longer. It is likely that the Western central banks, led by the Federal Reserve, will keep raising the interest rates into 2023 because of it. When interest rates are high, so is mortgage. That means house prices will fall because people cannot afford to take out loans to buy homes. So essentially, you can get a 400,000 house in 370,000. You are literally getting paid to wait out the market. Then where should you invest your money? The Chinese S&P 500 is one such example. You can buy the dip right now. The dip is there because of COVID curbs and real estate crisis. But in a year's time, the market will recover and so will your fortune. In case you don't have the money to invest right now, you can benefit by focusing on US based chip manufacturing, iron and steel, and cotton manufacturing ability. You can focus on it as an employee, investor, business owner, or student. These sectors will experience extraordinary growth as the US will support these under self sufficiency drive. Speaking of reliability, if you are in e commerce, you also need to move your sourcing decisions away from China and towards US friendly country. If you are a startup, the US is not a good place to secure funding right now because of the Federal Reserve interest rate rise. With lower Chinese interest rates, Chinese angel firms might be a better choice. I hope these tips are useful to you and I hope you make a lot of money this year. I genuinely look forward to hearing back from good luck.